Abu Mas'ud, right? One we know, Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiallahu anhu, another Sahabi, senior, great expert in fiqh. This is Sayyidina Abu Mas'ud. Abu Mas'ud al-Ansari radiallahu anhu narrated that a person came to the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam once and complained that my camel has become exhausted and I can't use the camel for what I'm supposed to use the camel for. Can you please give me another one? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told him that he did not have a conveyance available at the time, but referred him to another person who might have an extra animal handy. Note over here that Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam didn't say that, well, what am I supposed to do? Go buy one. Okay? What you learn from this is that the senior person looks after the juniors. He could have easily said, what, do I have a stable open of animals inside? But his rahmah and shafqa was such that he cared for every single person. Also, keep in mind that this person had to feel that comfortable by Rasulullah that he came and he complained. Otherwise, he wouldn't feel comfortable going to Rasulullah and approaching him, asking for a need, had Rasulullah not been that accessible or relatable. Had he maintained that hierarchy, now I'm mentioning this seerah points because yesterday I was in Calgary and we had a whole Shama'il workshop there for 3 hours in one of the masjids. It was absolutely amazing. And there was so much discussion that took place about the physical attributes of Rasulullah, his softness, his how accessible he was, how comfortable the Sahaba felt around him. So that's why all of that is sort of coming to me right now in our Adab Al Mufrad class. But anyways, Rasulullah told him that he didn't have a conveyance available and he could have just stopped over there. But he said, there's another person who I know who might have extra animals handy. So why don't you go and ask that person and tell him I referred you to him. Right? This is kind of putting your name on the line, right? And Rasulullah felt comfortable doing that. And this man then went to that person and told him that, hey, Rasulullah directed me to you. Do you have an extra animal that I could perhaps buy, perhaps borrow, whatever the case was? And was provided with the conveyance. Just reading of all this, listening to this, you think to yourselves like, rental vehicles, enterprise, national, budget, Avis. Imagine in those days, that's what the case was for animals. Right? So then he came back and he informed Rasulullah. Very important point you learn from this, right? That somebody told you something, they gave you a lead, have the courtesy to go back and tell them like, yeah, your lead worked out, right? Now Rasulullah knew that, okay, now I know that this person who I had referred to, they are generous and are giving and will give, like they didn't get offended or something, right? So this person came back and told Rasulullah that I got an animal from this man that you referred. Rasulullah then commented, and that's the chapter heading: He who guides to piety, man dalla ala khairin falahu mithlu ajri fa'ilihi. That he who guided one to a pious action will receive a reward similar to the person who did that action.